News Storm Team.
Yeah, so we're starting this off on our weekend fire forecast. Maybe? Well, we'll start off here.
Here's your weekend fire forecast, sponsored by ServPro.
Yeah, so we'll start out this weekend fire forecast here. Looking at our fire danger index, we have low ratings all across much of the north. Into the south, you do have a few counties, especially across the South Dakota border, where you do have some moderate rating, but nothing that's going to go impact your day. If you're looking to have some of those bonfires, obviously be careful as you do have some of these fires. In some areas that are dry, could spread easily, but we look at tonight and for your bonfire forecast into the evening, still have those 60s. Again, have some isolated showers, a few thunderstorms, maybe some severe weather. There's just a signal we could have a little bit of energy there. The biggest concern would be some smaller hail. A northwest wind 5 to 15, gust up to 20 miles per hour. So tonight may want to avoid it. Tomorrow night should be fine. You're back into the 60s in the evening. You still have that light rain to the north, but it should be clear skies down to the south. And again, that northwest wind 5 to 15 miles per hour. Now, take a look at our KXCam extended network right now. We can see cloud cover is starting to build over most areas, but there still is blue, even in those areas of heavier cloud cover like Minot and Williston. Seeing that sun through this early afternoon will continue that trend, even with that rain chance moving through the state. We can see it right now on satellite and radar. Just this wave is right now spreading across the north. It is a very skinny wave, so if it is falling, it's going to be quick and out of there in no time. And the big thing is some of the sensors that this is falling over haven't recognized that it's falling, so much of this rain may not be reaching the surface. I'd imagine there's some areas it is. We've seen on our KX cam in Lake Metagoshi that there has been some raindrops on that cam. So as this continues to move to the south-southeast, maybe a little bit more moisture for it to sort of grab onto. But temperatures right now mostly in the 60s up to the north, some 50s as well. We get those 70s down to the south, getting close to the 80s in Mobridge. Wind speeds and directions have picked up a little bit. This was expected, 5 to 15 miles per hour wind gust, possibly up to maybe 20 to 25, and that's what we see here. Minot at 25 from the north. We got Watford City at 24, even Wolf Point up to the 30. So there will be some breezes today into tomorrow, just very small pockets of that wind, and we'll continue to warm up. You should get up to the 60s in areas to the north. You'll get that sun eventually to help you warm up. As you get down to the south, you may have already reached your highs for the day. Once that cloud cover builds, you're not going to get much more when it comes to a warmer. Now, that severe weather threat for the day does show us this non-severe thunderstorm threat across much of the state, but the SPC has given us a marginal risk down to the south. It is a very small chance, I will say. There is the energy there. We have elevated wind shear in the atmosphere. So if a storm is able to sort of tap into that energy, it could have enough to give you some hail, some pretty heavy winds, but again, it's a pretty small chance. We'll keep an eye on it, see how this develops. We look at Precision Cast, that wave continues to move south, but actually pretty slowly at this point. Just south of Minot, right around 5 p.m. Our thunderstorm chance will be right around 6 to 7 p.m. down to the south central, and then just have these isolated rain chances. We'll skip the 10-day temperature trends for a little bit later, but your Williston 5-day forecast, 70s and 60s for your weekend, 70s on Monday with a rain chance, 80s on Tuesday. Dickinson, 70s for today and tomorrow, 60s on Sunday, 70s on Monday, 80s back on Tuesday. Your Minot 7-day forecast, that's got 60s through the weekend, 70s on Monday, 80s by mid next week. And Bismarck 70s and 60s for your weekend, 70s on Monday and Tuesday, back to the 80s on Wednesday, Paige.